Have you ever had that strange feeling in your gut that something is wrong even when everything looks perfect on the outside? That feeling where your instincts scream at you, but your heart refuses to believe it. That was me not too long ago. Before we dive in, please subscribe. It means the world to us and helps us bring you more amazing stories. My name is Daniel. I've been married to my wife Emily for 5 years. We weren't perfect, but we were happy, or at least I thought we were. She was my best friend, my safe place. We shared dreams, we laughed at stupid jokes, and we promised to have each other's back no matter what. That's what love is, right? Or so I believed until everything started to crumble. It all began the day Emily got a new job. She was so excited. I remember the way her eyes lit up when she got the offer. She ran to me, hugged me, and said, "Babe, I got it. They hired me." I hugged her back, kissed her forehead, and said, "You deserve it, Em. I'm proud of you." She was joining a big marketing firm, high-profile clients, fancy offices, long hours. First, I was happy for her. Honestly, I was proud to see her chasing her dreams, but it didn't take long for things to change. The first week seemed fine. She'd come home tired but still talk about her day. Then the late nights started. She said she had to stay back for meetings, for deadlines, for presentations. I understood it was a new job after all. But then came the phone. We had always been open with her phone. She'd leave it anywhere. We'd even laugh at each other's messages sometimes. But suddenly that changed. Her phone was always in her hand or face down on the table. And the notifications, they were nonstop. One night, I asked her casually, "Who keeps texting you?" She smiled and said, "Oh, just work stuff." I believed her. At least I wanted to. But then something else happened. She started dressing differently. Now, don't get me wrong, Emily always looked beautiful. But this was different. Tight dresses, bold lipstick, high heels every single day, and the perfume. God, she smelled like temptation itself. When I asked about it, she laughed and said, "It's just office culture. Babe, everyone dresses up." I smiled, nodded. But inside, a little voice whispered, "Something's not right." Then came the weekends. Emily and I had this tradition. Saturday mornings were ours, breakfast in bed, a movie, just us. But suddenly, she was too tired, always exhausted, or worse, she had extra work. That's when my doubt turned into suspicion. One night, I woke up around midnight and saw the glow of her phone screen. She was smiling at something. I asked half asleep, "Who are you talking to?" She quickly locked her phone and said, "Just work. Go back to sleep." But I couldn't sleep after that. I lay there staring at the ceiling, wondering if I was losing the woman I loved. I told myself, no, Emily would never do that. She loves me. But deep down, I knew I was lying to myself. The next Friday, everything changed. She told me she had to stay late for a team meeting. Her tone was casual, her smile convincing, but something inside me snapped. I had to know. I got in my car and drove to her office, parked across the street, waited. My heart was pounding. Hours passed. Then around 11 p.m., I saw her, but she wasn't alone. She walked out laughing with him. A tall guy in an expensive suit. He looked like someone out of a magazine. And she was glowing. The way she smiled at him. I hadn't seen that smile in years. My stomach turned. They didn't see me. They walked to his car, laughing, touching, her hand brushing against his arm. And then they kissed. My world stopped. Couldn't breathe. I gripped the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turned white. They drove off and like a fool, I followed. My hands were shaking. I didn't know what I'd do. Part of me hoped they were just going for coffee. But they weren't. They drove to a fancy hotel downtown. I sat there watching the woman I gave everything to walk into a hotel with another man. That image, it burned into my soul. I didn't storm in. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. No, I waited. Hours passed. Around 3 a.m., I drove home. I couldn't even think. I felt hollow, numb. The next morning, she walked in smiling, acting like nothing happened. She kissed me on the cheek and said, "Morning, babe." I asked, calm as ever, "How was the meeting?" She said, long, tiring. That was the moment I decided I'm going to catch her in her own lies. For the next few days, I played the perfect husband, sweet, caring, loving, all while planning. I installed cameras at home, started recording our conversations, checked our bank statements, and then I waited for the perfect moment. One night, Emily was in the shower. I took her phone. I knew the password. It was my birthday. When I opened it, my world shattered. Hundreds of messages, pictures, videos, love notes. She called him the man of her dreams. She told him, I feel alive with you. I've never felt this way before. And me? I was just the guy paying the bills. That night, I confronted her. I showed her everything. First, she denied it, tried to cry her way out of it. But when she saw the evidence, she broke down. She didn't apologize. She didn't beg. Instead, she said the words that killed me inside. I never loved you, Daniel. I married you for stability until I found someone better. I stared at her. I didn't shout. I didn't hit her. I just walked out. And for the first time in 5 years, I felt nothing. No anger, no sadness, just emptiness. 2 weeks later, I filed for divorce. She begged me to stay, said it was a mistake. But I wasn't her safety net anymore. I told her, you made your choice. And that was it. That's the day I stopped believing in forever. If you're listening to this, let me tell you something. If something feels off, trust your gut. Don't ignore the signs. Love is beautiful, but betrayal. If the story moved you, hit that subscribe button. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, loyalty isn't too much to ask for. It's the bare minimum.